Hello, hello, hello. Hello and welcome to Breakfast Live. Thanks for being here. As you might have seen in my recent video, I'm having Magwinya's for breakfast. And also a cup of coffee. How's your evening? Sorry, how's your morning going? Hope it's going well. And as promised, I'm having Magwinya's for breakfast. Hi, local loafer. It's a simple breakfast. It's delicious. I don't want to put anything with it. It's not from Spa, it's from a local restaurant. Yesterday I was watching The Lighthouse, and I kind of recognized that when I tried to watch The Lighthouse previously, I didn't understand it. It was too complex for me. But currently, I'm enjoying it a lot. It's also Friday, so we're getting into the weekend. I'm not trying to do too much. I do have my priorities for today. I do have my priorities for the weekend. What plans you have for the day? Any new adventures? No adventures for today, but I might just upload an adventure that I went on this week. So look out for any new videos. You can also watch all of my TikTok lives on my YouTube page. So go to Sean Mahabir on YouTube or click the link in my bio and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which you'll be able to watch any of my TikTok lives. And subscribe to my channel. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year, so I'll really appreciate if you can help me out with that goal. Where did you school? In Greytown. I went to school in Greytown. I'm having Jacob's coffee. And Magwinya's. When I went to the restaurant, I woke up, at the time, that the Magwinyas are going to run out. So I went there and I was like, okay, I couldn't see the container firstly, because sometimes when you walk in, you can see the container that there's no Magwinyas. So I stood there and somebody, attended to me. Hi, Vanessa. And I was like, okay, can I get some Magwinyas? I'm glad there's still some left over. And she asked me how many I want. I said 5. And then she tells me, looks like they were left for you, which means that the last Magwinyas were the ones that I purchased. So I always love when the universe does that. And the universe did that also with chocolate donuts sometime last week when I went to Spa. There were just 2 left. When I feel like the thing that I'm looking for is the last thing there, I kind of feel like it was left for me. Oh no. Do you ever experience that? You want to buy toothpaste, you go to the shop and there's only one toothpaste left. By the way, I'm sending out a new soul mail this evening. So if you want to receive emails related to your peace, calm, and clarity, these are moments of stillness and groundedness in your day. You can click the link in my bio and subscribe to my email mailing list called Soul Mail. And if you subscribe before 6:30 p.m. this evening, you will get today's Soul Mail. I send these out on a regular basis to help support you in your spiritual awareness and spiritual development journey. And the themes that are spoken about in the email often have to do with authenticity, courage, risk, vulnerability, mental clarity, and so on. So if those sound like topics that you would like to develop in and you do read your emails, simply subscribe to the link in my bio. And if you do so before 6:30 p.m. today, you'll get today's Soul Mail. Would you be interested in attending a church in Joburg? No, not really. You want me to speak at the church? Perfect, yes, I'm interested. You want me to come attend the service? Not really. Oh, I also want to let you know that all of my ebooks were discounted to 50 Rand until the end of July. So today is the final day that my ebooks will be 50 Rand. From tomorrow going onwards, my ebook price will change. So if you want to claim my ebooks at the price they're currently at, which is 50 Rand each, you can click the link in my bio and you can see the link there for solo journeys. You can see the link there for meditation for beginners, peace and how to have it, as well as the authenticity blueprint. All 4 of my ebooks are currently discounted to 50 Rand. So you can claim that discounted price only until the end of today. They'll be increasing in price. So if you want to take advantage of the current price, get the ebooks. The link is in my bio, because those will be increasing in price from tomorrow going onwards. Does anyone... Yeah. I continue to have a lot of ebook purchases, and the most successful in-demand ebook appears to be Solo Journeys. The audience loves Solo Journeys. I'm very grateful for all of the support, so thanks so much on the books. Jordan D, love your content. Is there a reason you're moving it to YouTube? I'm not moving it to YouTube. I am uploading my full live streams to YouTube. And that's for those that have missed those lives. Sometimes people tell me, I missed your live. What did you cook the other time? Now you can watch them at your convenience. So it's an additional space to get more. Thanks, Mikhail. If you wanted more content from me, there's now more content on my YouTube channel. I'm so grateful for what life has unfolded for me over the past 5 months that I've lived here. I've lived here for 5 months in Joburg, and when I lived in Kenilworth for 6 months. But interestingly enough, Kenilworth 6 months felt like forever. The 5 months of me living here does not feel like forever. It feels like it just flew past. By month 5 in Kenilworth, I was ready to move to Joburg. And it took me 1 more month of staying there to close out my life. It's so interesting how I've reached the same milestone here and also kind of mentally feel that this space has delivered. If there is space for more, if there is opportunity for more, if there's opportunity for something different, I'm ready for that. And yeah, so much has happened since I've been here. It's so wonderful how much has happened since I've been here. Kim K, do you see yourself getting married in the future? No, I don't. If you're not already following, follow for more. Check out the content on my page, see if you're into that. I post on themes like vegetarian food, free spirit, ideology, courage, confidence, authenticity, spirituality, spiritual journey, spiritual awareness, spiritual development, and so on. So if those sound like topics you're interested in, check out the content on my page, see if you're into that, and follow for more. R212, is that you in your profile picture? How's the dating going, Sean? Not dating at the moment. Kind of bored of dating. Yes, you 212. Kind of bored of dating. I haven't taken time to look at it. Let's look at it. Okay. Where did you buy? I post videos of me. Oh, I haven't looked at your page before. I'll check out your page. Where did you buy the fat cakes? At a restaurant close to me. Okay, and the gymming lifestyle, we're pausing the whole gymming lifestyle. The whole gymming lifestyle, we're putting a pause on that for the rest of this year. And the focus has shifted to more streamlined goals, which, by the way, when you go to my YouTube channel and you go watch that live called Breakfast at Home of the Bean, I'm doing revised goals in that video. And for the last 5 months of this year, I'm focusing on those revised goals. Mm-hmm. 212, did you get out of bed? By the way, to those that subscribe to my email mailing list, I can see whether you've not opened any emails. And just to keep my email mailing list healthy, I remove those subscribers that don't open their emails. So, like I see one here, one person that subscribed in April received 33 soul mails since then, but has not opened any of them, so I'll be removing that person today. Yeah, stay tuned, Bruce Lee, stay tuned. There's a lot of time left. Yeah. I'm not so eager on bulking up right now because of the constraints that I'm facing. One of those being protein intake. Hi, Lano. So I've already shown myself that I've developed actually a routine already, 3-day routine. I have shown myself that I can increase in strength in the compound exercises. I've shown myself that I can meet my daily calories. And so as an experiment going forward, it is successful. The only missing thing has been protein intake. And that has affected my results, which is why I'm shifting the goal to a season in which protein intake is easier. Also a season in which I feel like I want to put that attractiveness to good use. Right now, because I'm feeling not interested in dating so much, all of that, not right now. I've been watching a lot of Jake Weber, Tara Yami, and I love the streaming lifestyle, which also influenced me putting all of my lives onto YouTube, because being a streamer feels like it's not a dream I dreamed of, but stumbling into it right now in this season where I've already created my Twitch page, I've created my Twitch streaming setup, I've become comfortable with streaming live on TikTok. I'm now getting into how it's done and also recognizing, what life do I want to live? What type of work do I want to do? What type of impact do I want to have? And it's all falling into place. Kim K, why don't you see yourself getting married? Marriage doesn't interest me. It doesn't interest me. I obviously don't know what the future holds. So if I meet somebody who's kind, considerate, sweet, gentle, and so on, and asks me to be exclusive with them, I'm open to that. I am open to that. But right now, in my current mindset, it's a no. I also don't want to be a 60-year-old still having sex. So when I look at the people that I want to be like in life, the spiritual gurus, the Kriya masters, the ancient Indian sages, sex wasn't so important to them, relationships wasn't so important to them, marriage wasn't so important to them. Some of them did marry, but in their marriages, the only time they would have sex is to make a child. So that marriage was not so much about sexual satisfaction. It was more about romantic, companionship, having a partner and so on. I've also seen many that did not marry. For instance, Yogananda, in his book Autobiography of a Yogi, he didn't talk about romantic relationships, he doesn't talk about sex, he doesn't talk about attraction. His entire focus is self-realization, which is to experience God within the body. And so I'm very inspired by that it can be done. It has been done by so many men before, and I feel like they've paved the way for me to follow a similar lifestyle. So when I look at the people I really want to be like, they have not emphasized romantic relationships, sex, marriage, and all of those things. And so that shows me that it's not necessarily normal to be married, and I'm glad for that. What's considered normal is based on the culture, it's based on the person's individual preferences, and so much more. Okay, today's soul mail, I already scheduled it to go out. I told you that if you subscribe by 6:30, you'll receive the Friday soul mail. Also, all of my book prices are changing from tomorrow going onwards. So if you want to claim any of my ebooks at their current price, the link is in my bio, and the link is called Sean's Books. That's my bookstore. You can go get any of my ebooks for just 50 Rand. They will be increasing in price tomorrow. Also, some interesting shows are coming out soon. Alien Earth. I'm looking forward to that. All of my favorite YouTubers on YouTube. Yeah, it's so interesting. Sometimes the things that people criticize me on are exactly the type of characteristics that my favorite YouTubers display. So when I watch Tana Mojo, when I watch Jake Weber, I see how they interact, I see how they live authentically, I see how they're being themselves, and I choose to follow how they're doing it. But for some people that watch me, they're like, this. I'm like, no, that's part of my training. That's part of the characteristics that I must adopt to be more of myself, and in this journey what I need. So I'm so glad to have these role models on YouTube who show me how they've done it and that it can be done, and it gives me a lot of inspiration and courage to do it as well. What about the new Jurassic movie? Excited for that? It's come out a long time. The new Jurassic movie came out like weeks ago. Salvi, do you have your own bookshop? I have my own bookshop website. It's called Sean's Books. The link is in my bio. I currently have four books on my books, actually 5 books in my bookstore. The 5th book is a digital meditation planner. I'll show you. Can you see four of the books already there, and there's the 5th one, the meditation plan at the bottom. So going forward, whether 5 years, 10 years, or 50 years, you can just imagine how many books will be in Sean's Books and all the types of topics that I will have written about. Like, I still haven't written about manifestation, I still haven't written about dating, I still haven't written a short, some vegetarian food book. There's so many topics that I can write on, and you're going to get all of those books at Sean's Books. But remember, they're only 50 Rand until the end of today. From tomorrow onwards, I'm changing all of the prices. Because the flash sale ended at end of July, I decided let me do one more day in August. But other than that, I'm looking forward to the potential of Sean's Books. Especially because the first book I wrote, Peace and How to Have It, I wrote that in 2022. So I wrote Meditation for Beginners in 2024. We're now in 2025. I wrote Solo Journeys this year. I wrote the Authenticity Blueprint this year. I created the Digital Meditation Journal last year. So I've done so many things of the past time that now there's a space to all put it together. The link in my bio is actually a link to all other links. My mailing list, my bookstore, my art store, my coaching, everything is there. I've also today got to upload all the lives for the past 2 days. um, donuts and coffee at McDonald's, which was yesterday's live. Yesterday's lazy morning live. Cooking okra pasta, I haven't uploaded that. Yesterday's dinner, which was pasta with white sauce, I haven't uploaded that. So my YouTube channel will now become the home of my live streams, recaps, replays. And yeah, it's so exciting. Hi, Desiree. So don't ever feel like you're out of content. If you're ever craving Sean, you're gonna find me everywhere on every platform. And if you want to watch more things, like it's quite rare that a person is at every live. So if you want to watch more of my content, you'll get it all on my YouTube channel. Sean Mabir on YouTube. Subscribe and help me reach my subscriber goal for this year, which is 1,000 subscribers. By the way, if you want to learn how to meditate, I have a meditation course also through the link in my bio. And it's very detailed, including how to handle your posture, how to handle meditation objects, how to choose the ideal meditation object for you and your life. I also guide on how to handle thoughts and so on and so on. So if you've always wanted to meditate and you never knew where to start, you can get my meditation course through the link in my bio. What's for breakfast? I'm having Magwinyas for breakfast. They're not too nutritious. They're definitely a guilty pleasure, but on days where I just want... There are some days where I'm going out specifically to look for breakfast, like yesterday. There are some days when the budget is a bit lower, so today's breakfast budget was like less than 10 rand. So I just got Magwinyas. You must have it with cheese. You know what, Desiree? I like them plain. I wonder if that's strange, but I do like them plain. I don't want to add anything. I tried them with acha. I tried them with cheese. But it feels excessive to me. I've got 4 TikTok lives uploaded to my YouTube channel, and the other 5 will be uploaded today. Believe me, if there's one thing I must do by the end of the day, is that I've got to upload all of these live streams. And let me tell you, when you decide to be a content creator and you're making content for every platform and you're trying to think about on X, what is the diversity of content that I can create? X is like a community notice board of ideas. So sometimes here and there, I've got to put out tweets about what I think about things. And those tweets, you won't see them on a TikTok. On YouTube, I've got to put out content that you don't see on the other platforms. So even though I am uploading some short forms on YouTube, now you have full TikTok live streams on YouTube, which you're not going to find anywhere else. And then on my Instagram, in addition to posting the usual short form, I've also got to now post pictures from my life and my day here and there. So now it's like a personal blog. And on my TikTok, there are videos that I don't post anywhere else. Like for instance, when I'm telling you I'm about to have a live stream, I'm not posting that on Instagram. I'm just posting it here. So each content... Thanks, Desiree. You're so disciplined when it comes to your life. Admire that. Thanks for that. Each of my platforms, they have content that's common between them, and then they have content that's specifically for that platform. So if you want like to see pictures from behind the scenes, you're gonna subscribe to you're gonna follow me on Instagram. If you wanna watch all my live streams that you might have missed, or you just wanna watch again, you're gonna find that on YouTube. If you wanna watch my podcast, you'll also find it on YouTube. If you wanna watch whatever I think, you're gonna follow me on TikTok. And if you want to get my thoughts, on various topics, you're going to find me on X. So each platform has its differentiator, but at the same time, as a content creator with a vision, with now a business and life goals, to put the same content everywhere, it only makes sense until a certain point before you have to think about what is the differentiator of those various platforms. Let me tell you, editing all day, it's kind of takes a lot of energy. Editing all day, making thumbnails, thinking about the description of each video, it takes a lot of energy. So if you're in it, you're in it. But I would definitely rather be doing this than be doing anything else. This is the most fulfilling work I've ever done, and sticking with it is the key. But there's no way to unstick with it, especially when you make your process easier. Once you get into the flow of things, I needed 5 months to get into the flow of things, because when I first got here, I didn't have multiple platform strategy. I only had TikTok strategy. I didn't have differentiators for my platforms. My X account wasn't active. I wasn't posting my videos on WhatsApp status. So a lot of things have changed. Desiree, my payment comes from the sales of my digital products and coaching. So that's where my business lies. So you keep busy the whole day. Yeah, there's really no day in which I'm not doing anything, unless I've chosen that to be a passive day. Some days I'm just exhausted. Like to edit and upload 6 videos in a day, 5 for YouTube and 1 for short form, it takes a lot of time. So you might also see it as an investment in yourself, the growth of your platform and so on. So even though I'm not seeing direct fruits for some of my social media efforts right now, I see the long-term vision, and it looks like training, getting into the hang of uploading YouTube videos, uploading TikTok, whatever. It's preparing you for when your platform is larger and the income is greater. Yay, after hours. What are the weekend plans? I don't really have plans for the weekend. What's for lunch today? I don't want to cook today. Maybe I'll do rice and beans curry or pap and beans curry. I've got acha in the fridge. Gotta eat it somewhere. So, yeah, A pap and beans curry sounds delicious, I guess. I don't want to cook. Mm-mm. Not today. Hi, Judica. Just remember that my ebooks will be increasing in price from tomorrow onwards. So if you want to take advantage of the last day of the flash sale, you can get any of my ebooks for just 50 Rand through the link in my bio. So if you want to take advantage of that deal, it's available until the end of today. Okay, this is the final one that I'm going to be eating. So you can see specifically with this, see this perfect line? It kind of shows that it was cut before it had a chance to rise again. I noticed that, somewhere I noticed that, like, the point at which you cut it will affect how natural the shape looks. Take care, Vanessa. Have a wonderful day. My link tree at this point is now operating from http://seanmarbeer.com. I didn't have seanmarbeer.com before I moved to Joburg. I didn't have coaching before I moved here. I didn't have a meditation course. Actually, I did have a meditation course. I just didn't put it up. I did have an art shop. I just didn't put it up. But now when you go to the link in my bio, all the links are there, and I'm so glad for what I see, that it's comprehensive. Okay, I'm going to make another cup of coffee. The kettle is going to be a bit loud for a second. Since there's only 5 months left until the personal goals like I do, then it can be important to open your diary and to look at the goals that you wrote at the beginning of the year, and then think of which ones are still relevant and which ones are not relevant anymore, and then write a more concise list. You're not really drastically changing any of the goals, but you're more reevaluating how you want to apply your mental energy in the next 5 months of the year. So your concise list might scrap some of the goals that you wrote at the beginning of the year, and it might intensify some of the goals that you wrote at the beginning of the year. And if you want to see how I've done it, it's the video called Breakfast at Home of the Bean full stream on my YouTube channel. You see me look at the old goals and write the new goals in real time, and I show you what I've done specifically. So that interests you, you can check it out in that video. I finished Watch Drag Me to Hell yesterday, and I thought to myself, like, the relationship between the main character and her boyfriend, that boyfriend is so sweet, present, and caring that if I ever thought about dating, I would want to date someone with those characteristics. There's time for everything. Yeah. How's your morning going? What are your plans for today? Why do people ask about plans for the day? Why do they ask that? Do people really plan their day? I definitely have goals, outcomes for today. I have outcomes and goals for every day. There's always a to-do list. Wow. When you go to my YouTube channel and you watch some of the vlogs that I was making in 2018, you can really see that I have a hang of vlogging. And it's unfortunate that I stopped. I stopped because of fear. But just imagine, had I continued from 2018 onwards, I'd probably have surpassed 10,000 followers on YouTube or subscribers. But we learn. We learn. Every time I've abandoned something that I care about, I shouldn't have. I keep learning that I shouldn't have, and I will return to it, and then I'll be reminded that I shouldn't have. Regular viewers of Sean, would you rather see a solo journeys video or a solo dates video for this weekend? I'm eating Magwinya. Are you craving a solo dates video or a solo journey video? Which one will satisfy you? Friday. I did wake up today thinking, am I gonna go to Midrand? But I usually consult with my intuition. I usually consult with my intuition when I wake up on like, how is today gonna go? And my intuition said, we're not going to Midrand today. That's okay. Are you still considering moving to Midrand? I'm open to it. I wouldn't call it a considering at the moment. I'd call it an openness. I love this apartment. So I will only consider change if I get something similar for a similar price range. Other than that, I'm willing to be patient for whatever life is offering. Are you used to the area now? Yes. I'm also seeing how when I first moved here, that the fear that I experienced was because of what people were saying about this place. And that fear influenced where I would walk, what I would visit, what I would see, and so on. I often felt like, sometimes the speed at which I walked home, that's not normal. And now I'm realizing that, no, relax, relax a bit, not just a bit, relax, chill out, you're safe. I keep reminding myself that. And yeah, with that reminder, it allows you to appreciate where you are. It might not be where I want to be forever, but this is where I am right now, and for that I'm grateful. Solo journeys or solo dates video? Which video? Thanks, Speedy. Thank you. Love that you love my hair. You want a solo dates video or you want a solo journeys video? Journey. Okay. Maybe Oriental Plaza. Tamara says date. If it's a date, it's gonna be Sadie's Bistro. Can we not get both? You're right, that is the plan. The plan is to do both. Okay, I'll decide which one goes first. Oriental Plaza or Sadie's Bistro. Those are definitely two formats that give me the highest. They give me the highest views. That's not me talking. Me talking always gets the highest views. Like whatever I'm talking about, especially if the video doesn't have music, sometimes it's reaching 30,000, 40,000. Yeah, you learn these things, right? The audience loves when you speak. Any content would be appreciated. Thanks, Tamara. My content in this week was I don't think I can consider it content. I can consider it promotional material. Like I'm telling you, I uploaded my YouTube videos. I'm telling you I'm gonna go live. I can consider it promotional material. It doesn't really feel like feastable content. Thanks, Michaela. You know what? When you go to my solo journeys, you will see, since I've been here over the past 5 months, episode 15, Braamfontein, 16, Rosebank. Episode 17, 15 Braam, 16 Rosebank, 17 Midrand, Mall of Africa. 18 Four Ways, Monte Casino. 19 Bank City in the CBD. 20 Sandton. 21 will probably be Oriental Plaza. I've really covered areas in Joburg, and all of my coverage is in the Solo Journeys playlist on my TikTok. There are 20 episodes there. It's so nice. It's like a record of where I've been. Major spaces that I've explored. Is it expensive to take the cow train? I haven't taken the cow train since I've lived here. This time. I'm usually walking somewhere or taking a taxi. If I go to Mayfair, it'll be a Solo Journeys video. If I go to Pretoria, it'll be a Solo Journeys video. If I go to Benoni, it'll be a Solo Journeys video. If I go to East Rand, it'll be a Solo Journeys video. And depending on how I cut the footage, I can make it into a solo date or Solo Journeys. But I love seeing how there's a Braam video, there's a Sandton video, there's a Rosebank video, there's a Monte Casino video, there's a Bank City video, there's a Sandton video. I love seeing that. You must go to Lens. Don't have the courage for that right now, but when I do have the courage for that, I'll consider it. Okay, I'm done. I'm not going to finish this. Save it for another later. Not another day, later. Okay. Remember that if you subscribe to Soul Mail, my email mailing list for free spirits, you'll get today's Soul Mail at 6:30 p.m. So if you subscribe through the link in my bio before then, you're still in time to receive Friday's Soul Mail. This is a weekly note to help support your peace, calm, and clarity. So if you're a reader of emails and you want to facilitate your spiritual awareness and spiritual development journey, simply by reading your emails, subscribe to Soul Mail to the link in my bio. And if you do so before 6:30 this evening, which is when Friday Soul Mail is going out, you will be just in time to receive that. Also, all of my ebooks were priced at the flash sale price of 50 Rand until the end of July. I've extended that for one more day. So if you want to get any of my ebooks for just 50 Rand, the link is in my bio. It's called Sean's Books. That's my bookstore where you can get any of my books. And just know that if you want to claim those books by today, that's the last day you will get it at that price. From tomorrow, the price will be increasing. You can also learn more about Total Freedom Coaching. If you're feeling like you're trapped in an inauthentic life, if you're feeling like mentally you're clouded, you're blocked, you're facing stagnation, and your life is not moving and progressing, you might be facing a negative subconscious pattern. So click the link in my bio, learn more about Total Freedom Coaching, and if that's right for you, book a coaching session with me. I'll help you to achieve greater clarity, calm, peace, and freedom, and also greater courage to be able to pivot your life into the direction of your authentic path. You can also get my art through the link in my bio. And one more thing, all of my lives are now being uploaded to YouTube. So if you want to watch the live replays of any of my lives, subscribe to my YouTube channel. The name of the channel is Sean Mabir. The link is also in my bio. Other than that, thanks for joining me for breakfast. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. It's very simple. Magwinya breakfast is very convenient, especially if you have a specific daily budget like I do. Then on some days it can be helpful. It's not nutritious. It's definitely a treat, but it was a well appreciated treat for a Friday morning. I wish you a productive day, and I'll see you again next time. Follow me if you're not already following, and yeah, have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye, everyone.